About 50 years ago, a former Miller student, Claude Axel, attended school during the beginning of desegregation. He did say it was better here than other states.
Integration was a very smooth transition as far as being in school. Now, there were a few problems if you would go to certain restaurants, particularly downtown, in the old downtown area off of Chaparral. Then there were situations where when we were going to places like Woolworths, we could not eat right at the front there but we had to go to the back or to the back to eat. And the same thing for restrooms. We were not allowed to go into the public restroom, and so we did have those kind of problems away from school. But as far as school itself, we did not experience a lot of racism or prejudice, and if it did, it was covered so well that we were not able to really tell.
During desegregation, Miller and Corpus had a rather smooth transition into desegregation rather than states down in the South.
There were two incidents that I can recall as far as that may have had some racial overtones to it. We had a girl by the name of Brenda Branch, and she was in her senior year. She tried out for cheerleader at the end of the junior year, and at the conclusion of the tryouts, the results showed where Brenda did not make the cheerleading squad, didn't make the finals. And so Brenda accused the teachers, and she was very upset of discriminating.
Even though desegregation was going on at the time, in Corpus Christi does not mean everyone was up to it. During athletic trips, some restaurants were still only serving blacks or whites.
I remember in my senior year, being on the track team, the coach, we would go to San Antonio and McAllen, Victoria, etc. The coach would always, whenever we'd go out of town, the coach would get off the bus and he'd say, all right, boys, you boys stay here, stay on the bus. But we didn't know what was going on. We had no idea what, and I figured it out later, what the coach was doing. The coach was getting off the bus to check the restaurants to see if blacks would be able to eat in the restaurant. And he never told us this. But later on in my life, I figured that's what the coach was doing. He was making sure that the blacks on the team would be allowed to go into the restaurant and eat.
Mr. Claude Axel went into education, eventually becoming an assistant principal here at Miller High School. He is now retired and serves as a minister. This is Lorenzo signing up for Book Vision.